I'm Aileen Velasquez, and welcome to today's discussion on Bowman and Deal's Reframing Organizations, specifically chapters 3 through 8 of 7th edition. This text is a powerful guide for understanding complex organizations through different perspectives or frames. In these chapters, we'll explore the structural and human resource frames and how they can enhance the understanding of organizational dynamics. Let's dive in. So looking at this book through my personal lens, I'm someone who has always worked like customer facing jobs in retail clothing stores or working at a restaurant and handling the cash register. I have spent my whole career at pretty much the operating core with some support staff responsibilities. I have had some leadership roles within neighborhood establishments, but I have never worked at a large organization where I truly saw professional ways, like the way structural organizations communicate. I either worked for like mom and pop type organizations or businesses where I would interacted with what would be considered the strategic apex on a lateral web of inclusions kind of structure. Having had direct contact with the owners and decision makers on a weekly basis, or on the other hand, I was so far down the operating core that the strategic apex might as well have been like mythical gods on Mount Olympus. I never saw them, and they were like figments of kind of like this imagination. So reading this book is a little bit of a learning curve because I have been trained to just be a productive employee who does what she's told and not like ask too many questions about how things really function. So this book has been opening my eyes and kind of giving me the permission to look at organizations through a much broader and critical lens. Reframing Organizations does this by breaking down the four-frame model. The four frames are used as multi-frame perspectives to navigate the complexities of organizational leadership. The four frames are the structural frame, the human resource frame, the political frame, and the symbolic frame. Each of these four frames focuses on a specific aspect of structuring an organization that acts as kind of like a cornerstone for growth and optimal function. I believe once you grasp the four frames, you have the artistic choice to pretty much customize the frames to fit your business's needs and overall goals. These multi-frame lenses emphasize the importance of examining every aspect of an organization from the big picture down to like the microcosm. It uncovers anything that may need rebuilding, reinforcements, or repair. This is called restructuring. I have learned that businesses are structured around various and unpredictable elements. This may include, but are not limited to, established hierarchies, teams, specialized roles, products, services, human needs, manufacturing, productivity, location, size of the company, shareholder input and expectations, market share, bureaucracy, and much, much more. Over time, companies grow to be like more complex. Sometimes they stay stagnant, or in some cases, they simplify while prioritizing efficiency. They can be motivated or disillusioned by many internal and external factors. Key among these are globalization, advancements in technology, and the progressive changes in human rights and responsibility. The first two frames that are discussed in chapters 3 to 8 really dissect the ways businesses strategize to form functioning structures, how they like kind of step back to observe possibilities of restructuring and the many ways it can be achieved and implemented. Then it goes on to decipher what it looks like to develop specialized teams, networks, and the roles and responsibilities of people and organizations that ultimately lead to interpersonal and group dynamics. Bowman and Deal introduce the structural frame, emphasizing the importance of organization design and how it impacts effectiveness. Structure as a framework, the structural frame. One of the key factors in getting organized is allocating roles and how to integrate them. This is called differentiation versus integration. Who does what, when it gets done, how can all the moving parts create harmony? Another important aspect of structuring is vertical coordination versus lateral coordination. Vertical coordination is the epitome of a typical top down hierarchy with systems of authority, rules, policies, higher levels of control, what employees do, um, established chain of command and place. Lateral is more flexible and promotes environments of open door policies, team meetings, overall sense of ownership and contributions, coordinating roles, networks, collaborative projects that may involve various people with different job titles and authorities. To my knowledge, it's difficult to have an organization that is only vertical or lateral. As I believe the company grows, a lateral structure will have to implement more vertical roles to establish order, accountability, and motivate people to want to get promoted to higher role. As vertical organizations grow, more complex with specialized roles are created, or even offices in other parts of the world, it will have to implement lateral flexibility and networks as to smooth out the flow and reach of information and resources. Too much emphasis on a chain of command could stifle a company and backfire, affecting the bottom line. Structural dilemma structural dilemmas may lead to having to restructure. Restructuring takes a high level of looking at an organization objectively and critically observing how organizational structures shape behavior and outcomes. Structure is not merely a bureaucratic framework, but a dynamic aspect that can foster or hinder organizational effectiveness. Since structure refers to the formal arrangements of roles, responsibilities, and relationships within an organization, it influences how information flows, how decisions are made, and how tasks are coordinated. Structure must align with an organization's goals and environment. Misalignment can lead to inefficiency, confusion, conflict. Restructuring is the response to changing environments. Organizations must periodically assess their structure to ensure it remains effective and responsive to external pressure. Henry Mintzberg's model of organizational structure is a key framework discussed in this chapter. Mintzberg identifies 5 primary components of organizational structure, each representing different configurations based on how tasks are organized and coordinated. The strategic apex, this is the top level of management, responsible for overall strategy, decision making. It includes CEOs and other high level executives. The middle line consists of managers who connect the strategic apex to the operational core. They play a critical role in communication and coordination across the organization. The operating core includes the employees who perform the fundamental work of the organization. They're responsible for producing products or delivering services, which is the role that I've mostly done in my life. Have the techno structure. This component includes analysts and specialists who design, plan, control all the processes. They influence the organization's operations, but do not directly engage in the core work. The support staff, this group provides indirect support to organization, includes roles in human resources, legal, administrative functions, Um, Mintzberg also identifies five structural configurations based on the arrangement of these components. Simple structure, characterized by a low level of differentiation and flat hierarchy. This structure is common in small organizations, I guess more like mom and pop, like small businesses. There's a machine bureaucracy, a highly standardized structure with clear roles and procedures, common in large organizations. It emphasizes efficiency and control. The professional bureaucracy focus on highly trained professionals who exercise autonomy in their roles. Examples include hospitals and university. The divisional structure organizes departments around products, services, or geographical locations. Each division operates semi-autonomously, but aligns with overall corporate strategy. An adhocracy is a flexible, organic structure that fosters innovation and responsiveness. It is common in dynamic industries where teams are formed to address specific challenges. In structure and restructuring, Bowman and Deal highlight that effective organizational structure is essential for success. By understanding different structural configurations and components of Mintzberg's model, leaders can make informed decisions about designing or restructuring their organizations to better meet their strategic goals. Next up, I will discuss teams within organization. Effective teamwork is essential for achieving organizational goals and fostering innovation. The authors explore the dynamics of group behavior, types of teams, and factors that contribute to successful collaboration. A group is defined as a collection of individuals who interact to achieve common goals. Teams, on the other hand, are specialized groups with a shared purpose and a higher degree of interdependence. The authors emphasize that collaboration enhances creativity, problem solving, and decision making. Effective teams leverage diverse perspectives and skills, leading to better outcomes. Teams can be viewed as essentially mini organizations within the organization. You can have vertical coordination or more lateral coordination. I didn't love the sports analogies in the textbook because I'm not a sports fan. However, I really love the Trader Joe's example of self managing teams because it proves that giving people more autonomy while inspiring them to be the best they can be is a winning combination for a business. One of my beliefs are treat others how you want to be treated. And I believe that if that golden rule trickles down from the top of the chain of command to the bottom of the organization, to the last of the people creating the products and the services that reach your customers firsthand, those employees will pass on the way they are treated by an organization to the customers. Therefore, everyone's happy. Now we'll talk about people and organization, the critical relationship between individuals and organizations. Understanding human behavior is essential for effective management and organizational success. The authors discuss motivation, the impact of organizational culture, and the significance of leadership in shaping workplace dynamics. Motivation theories. Bowman and Deal review several key motivation theories, such I realized I wasn't pressing record when I did a certain section, so now I have to do it again. So, the authors discuss motivation, the impact of organizational culture, and the significance in leadership shaping workplace dynamics. Motivational theories. Bowman and Deal review several key motivational theories, like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This theory believes that individuals are motivated by a series of needs, from basic psychological needs to self-actualization. Managers should recognize where employees are on this hierarchy to effectively motivate them. Herzberg's two-factor theory distinguishes between hygiene factors, which can cause dissatisfaction, and motivators, which enhance job satisfaction. Leaders should focus on improving both to create a more fulfilling workplace. McClellan's theory of needs. This theory identifies three primary needs: achievement, affiliation, and power that drive individual behavior. Understanding these can help managers tailor their approaches to different employees. Culture and self-actualization are powerful forces that shapes behaviors and influences how employees perceive their roles. A strong positive culture can enhance engagement and performance, while a toxic culture can lead to dissatisfaction and turnover. Effective management requires a deep understanding of human behavior and motivation. By recognizing the impact of organizational culture, how people perceive themselves, managers can create an environment that fosters engagement and innovation. Success of an organization ultimately hinges on the well-being and satisfaction of its people. The vital role of human resource management in enhancing organizational effectiveness. They argue that effective human resource practices not only attract and retain talent, but also align with workforce with its organizational goals. This chapter on various strategies for improving human resource management and the importance of creating a supportive workplace culture. Intentional human resource management practices serves as strategic partner that plays a crucial role in driving organizational success. It encompasses recruitment, training, performance management, and employee developing. Attracting and retaining talent. The authors stress that the importance of attracting the right talent through effective recruitment strategies. They emphasize the need for organizations to create a compelling employer brand and provide competitive benefits to retain employees. Continuous learning and development are essential for employee satisfaction and performance. Bowman and Deal highlight the importance of providing training opportunities that align with both individual career goals and organizational needs. Effective performance management systems are crucial for aligning individual contributions with organizational objectives. The authors discuss the importance of setting clear performance expectations, providing regular feedback, and conducting fair evaluations. Engaged employees are more productive and committed to their organizations. Bowman and Deal highlight strategies for fostering engagement, such as recognizing achievements, promoting a positive work environment, and encouraging participation in decision making. Diversity and inclusion are important. Organizations that embrace diversity benefit from varied perspectives and improved problem solving abilities. A supportive culture that values employee well being, collaboration, and open communication is essential for effective human resource management. Leaders should model these values to create a positive environment. Human resource management should be viewed as an evolving function. Organizations must regularly assess and refine their human resource practices based on feedback, changing needs, and emerging trends. The final part of the book talks about the importance of interpersonal relationships. This chapter begins by highlighting the effective interpersonal relationships that are foundational to a positive organizational culture. Trust, communication, and collaboration among individuals significantly impact a team. Open and transparent communication fosters trust and collaboration, while poor communication can lead to misunderstandings and conflict. Conflict is a natural part of organizational life. The authors outline strategies for managing conflict constructively. Understanding that differing viewpoints can lead to constructive discussions rather than destructive conflicts. Encouraging individuals to listen actively and empathetically to foster mutual understanding. Emphasizing teamwork to find solutions that satisfy all parties involved. A sense of belonging and connection among group members enhances collaboration and performance. Clear norms and defined roles within groups contribute to smoother interactions and effective teamwork. Effective groups employ structured decision making processes that encourage participation and consideration of diverse perspectives. Leadership and group dynamics. Different leadership styles can significantly impact group dynamics. Leaders who promote inclusivity and empower team members foster a positive environment. Effective leaders encourage collaboration by creating spaces for open dialogue, brainstorming, and collective problem solving. Leaders must model behaviors that build trust, such as honesty, integrity, and accountability. Trust is essential for effective teamwork and conflict resolution. That concludes my video about reframing organizations. Or up to chapter 8. And I really hope that you saw my perspective, and I feel more empowered reading this book on how to look at organizations from the outside instead of from the inside as just one little employee. It's been really eye-opening and amazing to be reading how to look at organizations objectively and critically.